Hello! My name is Second Wind 814. I just got back from seeing The Bye Bye Man. Yes, the first horror movie of 2017. I almost said 2016 there. Anyways, so yeah. Ah, so, well, The Bye Bye Man. Did I like the movie? Hmm, I thought it was enjoyable. Is it a bad movie? No. Is it a good movie? No. So basically, the Bye Bye Man is, in a nutshell, is that three college kids move into a house, and they resurrect, and they no one, and they basically unleash an evil called the Bye Bye Man, and who comes after you when they say his name, and they basically all end up going insane. And essentially, two of them get killed. At least two of them get killed in the end. But anyways, so that's basically the plot in a nutshell. But basically, so like I said, this movie is, I wouldn't say it's a bad movie, but I wouldn't say it's a good movie. So basically, he, it's like the Bye Bye Man is an evil entity that basically he comes after you whenever you say his name. Even which is why you hear the constant "don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it." Yeah, basically, you think or say his name, and he comes for you. So it's basically what in the movie happened in the movie is they try, but of course naturally they don't naturally they if you know once you hear it, it's kind of impossible to get out of your head. So, well, yeah. Now, I think what they were trying to go for is basically the Bye Bye Man, yeah, and essentially driving these college kids insane. Pain, but pain. And however, now I will say that it feels that the insanity portion feels a lot more from the two males. It's basically two males, one female, on one of the and on one the man, and one of the males and the female are a couple. But anyways, dating couple. But anyways, so it feels more like they're going insane. Hey, wait, excuse me. They do try to make it a show that it's the Bye Bye Man driving them crazy, but a lot of times it just shows that they seem to be going crazy from their uh, um from their relationship issues. Now that's just what I got from it. But anyways, so if you've seen the trailer for this movie, they basically say that he can make you see things and he makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do. So here's the thing. It didn't really feel like they played to that as much as they could have in the first movie in this movie. Yeah, there are definitely some special effects that there are some instances where the characters see things that aren't there, but basically it didn't feel like they did all that they could with this movie. Yeah, I mean there's some parts where like you see in the trailer, you see the maggot coming out of the girl's eye, but a lot of the things that you see that aren't there, a lot, a lot, uh, or at least in the beginning, are kind of cliche. Like there's the one part in the beginning where the guy Elliot is sleeping with his girlfriend, and he wakes up and he looks over the corner and he sees there's this hooded figure standing there. Turns on the light and it's just like a coat hanging on the wall or something. So, yeah, kind of cliched, and they never. And as much as it does feel like, and as much as they try to, I don't really think they played to it that much. A lot of much. There was uh, there were some times where they had sounds, but as far as being visual, where they played to the things that aren't there, making the Bye Bye Man making you see things, didn't really feel like they took that to its maximum potential. So now I will say, where am I? I'm just restating myself. But anyways, so moving on. Another thing I think that they could have done a lot better with this movie is a passage of time. One of the problems with this movie, I think, at least for me, is that they don't really build this passage of time up, and it's only. I mean, I think the movie definitely could have been longer, and I definitely think that they could have used it to build the passage of time up. Now, maybe, you do see somewhat of a passage of time, but it's not exactly well conveyed. Now, I know that this can be interesting, but but it's not exactly well conveyed. It's like a few days, and I know it's supposed to be at least, and I know it's probably supposed to be longer than that, but it just feels like it's only a few days that this whole movie plays out where they move it and discover about the Bioman, and basically they're going crazy. So, I think that could have been done better. Show a little bit of more, or have it a more clear passage of time, and show them going insane. Now, I will say, that the final climax where they're insane is good, but once again, show passage of time. Okay, so moving on. So another thing I thought wasn't exactly done well were some of the special effects. Well, I shouldn't say done well, but I think the special effects in this movie were just kind of average, like the maggot in the girl's eye, and the Bye Bye Man's demon dog. Yes, the Bye Bye Man, and basically he makes people, gets people to kill each other, or so I guess he can feed his demon dog, which looks ridiculous, by the way. Hey, there are some good shots of it. Well, I should say there is an interesting shot of it in the beginning, part of it in the movie where it's like Elliot and Sasha, the girlfriend, are in bed, and Elliot, and in their bedroom they basically have two little crawl space doors, and you see, and Elliot wakes up and he looks over to the open space in the crawl space, and he sees two eyes that look like cat eyes staring back at him, and I thought that was kind of cool, but other than that, I thought that the special effects were okay. Now, I do want to say some good things about the movie. Is that I liked the acting in this movie. The acting in this movie did make it feel real. It did actually make it feel like these characters were going insane. And even though, once again, I kind of wish there was a passage of time, but enough about that. But still, I think that this movie, I did like the acting in this movie, and I liked how it showed how the character. I liked how the characters' reactions looked real. How it looked, when they're going completely insane in the climax, that's how the Bye Bye Man is making the two roommates. No, what was it? Another guy's name. Oh, Brian, I think his name is, and Sasha, who is they're basic, and they're making them see or she's making. Bye Bye Man is making Brian see Sasha as Kim, another character who gets killed earlier in the movie, and he's making Sasha see Brian as Elliot, which I thought was kind of interesting. But either way, and the reactions to it, I think, are good, because basically Kim is essentially a ghost at this point, and she is bloody because she gets killed by a train, and I'll explain that later. In a minute. So, well, I thought that was pretty good, especially where during the final climax, up to the point where Elliot actually shoots himself. So, oh, yeah. So, I have to admit, though, Kim and other supporting characters, kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say weak, but, well, kind of bland. I mean, yes, this is a story about three co-heads getting tormented by an evil presence, but some of the minor characters like Kim, the librarian, Mrs. Watts, I don't know, what was her name? Redmond, I believe. They kind of, I thought they were okay, but in the end, just kind of bland or average, if you will. I mean, I think the creepiness of it, of Kim when she's all bloody and all that, I thought that was pretty good. But other than that, the supporting characters just kind of felt a little weak to me. So now, so the Bye Bye Man, I have to say though, there are some good scenes in this movie. So, and one of them is basically where Kim and Elliot are driving and driving back to the house where he excuse me. Yeah. Kim and Elliot are driving back to the house, and Kim sees what looks like an accident, and she gets out to go help the family, but obviously it's an illusion created by the Bye Bye Man. And while she's trying to go help them, she accidentally runs onto the train tracks while the train is coming, and wham, gets killed by the train. So, and although I have to say, hey, that if you're wondering, if you didn't see the trailers, you probably will be a little confused by the opening thing. Well, actually, you'll probably be a little confused by the opening in a way, in which this one guy, Larry, I think, is a journalist, I think, and he basically goes crazy and starts killing people who know the name of the Bye Bye Man, and basically to prevent the name from getting out, and then basically out. So, I mean, they don't show his rampage in the beginning. It's his full rampage in the beginning. That you see that near the end, but the beginning of the movie is just kind of odd. Also, excuse me, I have to say, the introductory screen to this movie, the intro and the titles, the way they did the title for this movie, it was, well, weak. There are no opening credits to this movie. It's just movie. So movie. It's just kind of the bye-bye man. And then after the opening sequence where the right where we see the writer begin the journalist going on his rampage, beginning to go on his rampage, which we see later on, the rest of later on. But basically, yeah. And one thing I did like about this movie is whenever we see supporting characters talking with the main characters, mainly Elliot, we see that they are usually have done something horrible, like Kim. We see after she gets off the phone. Well, with Elliot, well, actually, what happens is he goes out to her apartment and he basically talks to her. Her from I think it was like a buzzer or something. Anyway, after they get done talking, we see that she has a bloody hand, and we later learn that she basically killed her roommate Katie because she told Katie the name of the Bye-Bye Man. And basically, this is done to prevent the name from spreading. The librarian, Mrs. Redmond, I guess she said it was her family. It's not actually said, but it is implied. So, and after she gets off the phone with Elliot, we see that she's basically killed her family too. So yeah, that was kind of an interesting thing. Now, I will say, hey, once again, and that even though this does sound good, unfortunately, it's just the movie didn't really have that much charm or anything to it. And once again, it definitely could have benefited from having a bit of a longer passage of time. But overall, I think this movie was a bit average, and so my final rating for this movie is a 5 out of 10. Do I recommend to go see it? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is kind of a weird aside. So, and there you have it. The Bye-Bye Man. 5 out of 10. And I wouldn't recommend it, but I wouldn't recommend against it either. And, well, that about wraps up for this video. My name is SecondWind814. Thank you so much for watching. It will always be at your back. See you next time.